Wayne from the Cernan Earth and Space Center here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the bright stars and objects that we can find in our September evening skies. If you have a paper star chart or you want to use Stellarium Web, feel free to follow along in the video. We're only going to take a look at the brightest objects, the ones that really jump out at you, because here around Chicagoland we have a lot of light pollution that makes it hard to see some of these stars and objects in the sky, but we'll illustrate that a little bit more once we get into Stellarium. So let's jump into our sky simulator and take a look at what we can find.
So as usual, here we are standing in front of the Cernan Earth and Space Center at Triton College in River Grove. The time is set for 9:30 at night on September 15th, so right in the middle of the month. Now the first thing for us to do is to just take a look around and see what's out there. Now we'll see that there are a few stars, but not a whole lot, and that is due to light pollution. Here we're in the suburbs of Chicago. There's a lot of bright city lights around us, and that makes it hard to see anything but the brightest of the bright stars. But this is a pretty faithful representation of what you'll see standing in the field right here in front of Triton. If we turn on our cardinal points, we'll know what direction we're facing. And we'll see if we look right towards the west, almost directly over the Cernan Earth and Space, there's a very bright star right here. Its name is Arcturus. It's part of this shape, which I think looks a little bit like an ice cream cone. But it's actually called Boötes, the herdsman. He's a shepherd in the sky, and this is what he looks like. So not exactly an ice cream cone. And that'll be almost directly towards the west. And as we turn around towards the south, we'll see a couple of very bright objects. Now these are not stars. These are actually planets. There are two of the planets that you can see tonight. We could see Jupiter will be the brighter of the two, a little bit closer to the west, and Saturn will be almost directly towards the south, around 9:30 on September 15th. And they're inside of this group of stars called Sagittarius. He's a Centurion archer. This is what he looks like up there in the sky. Now the cool thing about Sagittarius is he has this group of bright stars that kind of looks like a teapot. It's hidden a little bit behind that tree. But that teapot's very useful. We can use it to point our way around. If we got rid of all of that light pollution and could see everything, we could see the Milky Way in the sky. And Sagittarius points us right towards the center of that Milky Way, if we follow the spout of that teapot. But we can't really get that view here. It looks more like this. But you can use that teapot to point your way to the center, even if you can't see the Milky Way in the sky where you're at. And now we'll keep turning around, turning towards the east, and we'll see another bright object, a little bit orange-reddish in color, and that is the planet Mars. It's the third visible planet that you could see in September. It's in the constellation of Pisces the fish, who we can see here, but they don't have a whole lot of bright stars in them, so they can be kind of hard to see. But if you find Mars in the sky, then you know that you're looking right at Pisces. Now if we turn a little bit towards the northeast, then we'll see a few more bright groups of stars. We have this great big square in the sky, and then this sort of zigzag shape. Now, this is Pegasus the flying horse and Cassiopeia the queen. That big square makes Pegasus easy to find. And when we bring the pictures up, we'll see that it does look like the front half of a flying horse, and a queen is sitting on her throne. And then now, if we start to look straight up into the sky, we'll see three very bright stars that form this almost perfect triangle. We call that the summer triangle because it's visible during the summer months, and it's actually made up of three separate constellations. So each one of those bright stars is part of a different shape. Here we have Aquila, the eagle. There is Lyra, the harp. And here is Cygnus, the swan. I'll bring up the pictures for those so you can see what they look like. But we're going to go over those three a little bit more in detail in another video. All of these have some very bright stars or objects in them, so they're going to really jump out at you. Even if you're somewhere around a lot of light pollution, you should be able to find most of these things.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Once again, my name is Wayne from the Cernan Earth and Space Center. Please remember to give us a like and subscribe for more weekly content. If you have any suggestions, feel free to send us an email at cernan@triton.edu or just drop it in the comments right here. Hopefully see you again next week. And remember to get out there and take a look at the real night sky.